The art club designed and made banners for the school colors, blue and white, for their fundraiser. Each banner required 1/4 yard of the blue. Alright, so 1/4 yard of blue. Oops, that's a red. Let me do this in blue. I have the colors. I have the options. So 1/4 yard of blue. And 3/8 yards of white material. I'll just do that in black. 3/8 of a yard for white material. The club originally planned to purchase exactly enough material to make 500 banners, but found the material to be cheaper if purchased in full bolts. Waste your time reading this, but read it, I guess. Blue material in 10-yard bolts, so blue material in 10-yard bolts, and the white material in 12-yard bolts. How many extra banners was the club able to make if they purchased enough full bolts to make at least 500 banners? Alright, so let's start off. Oops, I did not mean to do that line. Let's find out how many bolts of blue we need. So we have 500 banners, and each of them will require 1/4 yard of the blue, and so that's going to give us 125. We need 125 yards of blue banner paper. So we look, the blue material is sold in 10-yard bolts, and we need we'll divide this by 10, and we get 12.5 bolts, but you can't buy the bolts in half. You're going to have to buy 13 bolts. So this will be 13 bolts, and that will leave us with, let's see how many extra yards we have to make the other 500 banners. So we're going to do the 125 minus, we'll do 130 yards of the material minus the 125 yards we used for the initial 500. So that will give us 5 yards. And we'll leave that for later. Let's go on to the white. So for the white, we're going to do basically the same process. 500 banners times 3/8 of a yard for each of them will give us 500 times 3/8, and that's 187.5, and then we divide that by 12 because there are 12 yards in each bolt of white. So divided by 12, that will give us 15.625, and we can't have 0.625 of a bolt, so you have to buy 16 bolts. So 16 bolts, 16 times 12 will give you 192 yards. So 192 minus the needed 187.5 will give you 4.5 yards. Alright, so we have an extra 4.5 yards of the white and 5 yards of the blue. So let's see how many banners we'd be able to make out of the blue. So we'll divide 5 divided by 1/4, which equals 5 times 4, and that's going to be 20 banners. And then we can do the 4.5 divided by 3/8, which will be 4.5 times 8/3, and that'll give us 12 banners. And we're going to go with the lesser number here, because if we did 13 banners, we'd run out of white by then. So our answer is 12, and that's A. Hopefully I explained this efficiently. Sorry if I didn't, but good luck.